You'll be curiously attracted to these charging cables. Let's find out why. Dave Taylor here, and I'm looking at a bunch of GPEL QuickTip Magnetic Cables. Now, we're going to talk about them, but let me just demo exactly why they're so cool. So here's the Lightning one, and it's charging my phone, and now it's disconnected. Now, where this is really cool is because it works with a magnet. Watch how easy it is to get it back into the right place. That's it. Now imagine having this on your phone and wanting to connect it to charge while you're driving in your car. So this is something you can do even if you're not paying very close attention. But a regular cable, this is when you veer off the road and get into an accident. Not good. So the secret of all of these GPEL cables is, you guessed it, a magnetic connector. And all three of them, this is the MicroUSB, this is USB-C, and this one that I have in use is actually the Lightning connector, but all three have the same characteristic, which is the actual charging tip is just a tiny little piece that comes off. And then when you're ready to use it, it just pops right into place. Now, let's look at that again in super slow motion so you can see how strong this magnet is. Other notable features of the cables include that they have built-in overheat protection and that they have a really nice braided cable and reinforced connectors between the cable and the ends. So they're really nice. In fact, I think this is the nicest micro USB connector I've ever seen. I don't even like micro USB. Who designed something that has an orientation that's so subtle? Just not a good design. But good news is that we're moving to USB-C. For most companies at least, and that's a huge improvement because it is, turn it around, put it back on, orientation free. Huzzah! Finally, orientation free connectors. These are also the second generation cables from GPEL, so they've learned a lot from the first gen, and these have some really neat features. One of which is they support faster charging. So with my Lightning connector, I plugged it into a quick charge wall charger, and I got a 42% charge in 1 hour. So that's pretty fast. Now you look at that and you're like, or you hear that and you say, what does that mean? And here's the thing, is that a lot of third-party Lightning cables actually charge your phone slowly because they don't interchange or have a handshake with the device, whatever it is that tells the device that they can pump a lot of wattage through. So a lot of times you use a cheap third-party Lightning cable that you get for a couple of bucks at Target or at the gas station, and they take forever to charge. But this is what's nice, is that the GPEL actually has the right circuitry, so it charges faster. 42% in an hour is pretty decent, actually. Now, every single one of these has a 5-foot cable, so 5 feet is pretty long. You can see that here. That's a nice length for a cable. And what I really like is that they come in 1 or 2 or 3 packs. So this is 9 cables that I have here. I am set for cables for a really long time, whether my next smartphone is USB-C or micro USB or a Lightning connector, although the actual Lightning connector is in my iPhone 10. We'll just keep it charging. Also notice there is a tiny little light that shows that it's charging. That's really nice. It's a little confirmation that you actually have a hot connection, and that's something I really appreciate because you can just glance at it and say, oh, it's working, good. Whew. A lot of times in my car, I notice that I have the little car adapter, and sometimes that just creeps out just enough that it's not charging, though I think it is. So this little light for feedback, super cool idea. Now, before we get to the price, let me ask, there's a little tiny floating red square on the lower right of the screen. If you can click on that and subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. And you, yes, you will get all sorts of great videos in your YouTube channel. At least I hope they're great videos. And if they're not, leave me comments and give me feedback. Appreciated. Now, these GPEL, let's get all 3 of them in my hands. Okay. These GPEL QuickTip Magnetic Cables will cost you, well, let's see, the USB-C 3-pack is $22.99. The Lightning 3-pack is $22.49. And therefore, this must be the MicroUSB 3-pack is $21.99, all at Amazon.com. Why they're not exactly the same price, I cannot tell you, but that is roughly, what, $7 a cable for these really great cables with the super magnetic tip. I'm a fan, and I really think they've done a nice job with these, and the whole magnetic thing just makes these really fun to work with. And this magnet is just like ridiculously, just like the perfect strength to make it where you will never actually put it on incorrectly, because you can't. They just work well. So I'm a big fan. I suggest you check them out. Cables are really mundane products, but having the right cables does make your life just that little bit better. So these might just be that. So this is Dave Taylor, and I will hope to catch you in my next video.